folks all over this country, I mean, the workers are really coming together based on what they have in common, and that is the man or the woman who puts their feet on their necks. I'm talking about the bosses. And these folks are coming together regardless of political affiliation, identity, religion, all of that stuff. None of that stuff matters when you are fighting for better wages and benefits and work conditions. So the labor movement continues to make its way across the United States. Every worker across the nation is coming together. So we got workers in Oklahoma City who voted to become the second unionized Apple store in the nation. So good. Congratulations. So 88 of 95 workers at Penn Square Mall store weighed in, and 56 of them, or 64%, voted to be represented by the Communication Workers of America. I am just smiling, just thinking about this. Penn Square Labor Alliance union demands, and what are they demanding? Well, we know what it is: fair compensation, career development, bonuses, and benefits that align with those of corporate employees, hiring from underrepresented communities, and labor conditions that respect health and well-being. And the CWA tweeted out this celebratory message. Congratulations to Apple workers in Oklahoma City who just won their union election to join CWA. Doc?
I love CWA. I actually have done a lot of work with CWA right here in the state of Georgia. AFL-CIO, the Teamsters, I've done work with all of them, remarkable groups. And what I've found as a commonality when I address the membership, literally every political class is represented in these groups. You have conservative, you have moderate, you have liberal, you have progressive. Everybody's here. And the labor movement is one of the very few movements left in America where you will find a cross-political category all in one place. Is also the reason why we have not only livable wages at some of these jobs, some of these corporate positions, but it's also the reason why we have safety. It's also the reason why we have certain rules that keep children safe and stops basically de facto slavery from happening in the United States of America. So it's not just the wages, it's not just the benefits. Those things are powerful and great, but it's also what they advocated for as it relates to safety and protocol and policy. Those things are part of the labor movement as well. So I'm glad to see CWA get another victory here.
I am too, and I love CWA. You know that we can learn a lot from the labor movement, how they are casting aside all the things that they don't agree with one another about to unite based on what they have in common. And that's the hell that they catching in these workplaces. A lot to learn. Senator Bernie Sanders put out a tweet. Let me congratulate the Apple Store workers in Oklahoma City for voting to become the second unionized Apple Store in the US. Last year, Apple made a record $95 billion in profit. Its billionaire CEOs made 99 million in 2021. It's time for Apple to treat its workers with respect. Amen to that, Senator. Yes. And you know what? This didn't come easy, Doc, as we know, no great fight ever comes easy. Let's put up what More Perfect Union had to say. A day before the election, Apple then announced, in violation of federal law, mind you, that it's rolling out new benefits to all US retail workers except those who are unionizing. What in the unholy hell?
Yep, ACLU needs to get on this immediately. There has to be a lawsuit filed, an injunction motion to stop this, because you are right. This is clear. This is clear retaliation in a different form. These cats are crafty, okay? So they did it in a way where they can hopefully, according to their lawyer, I'm sure, pass the legal muster here. But they're violating the spirit, the essence of what the federal government says is not allowable. So at some point, this has to be challenged and brought before a judge.
Yeah, it does, Doc. I mean, these are the kinds of things that you need government to step in and not allow these corporations to do this. And I got an unfortunate update though from Albany, Amazon workers. Let's put up that headline. Blow to Amazon union drive as New York workers reject latest bid. And so we have warehouse workers near Albany vote against forming a union by nearly a 2-to-1 margin, unfortunately. And this is what Chris Smalls had to say. This brother has been the champion of the unionization of Amazon workers. And he said, today, everyone involved with ALU is filled with mixed emotions. We're proud of the brave workers in upstate New York who stood up in the face of a vicious anti-union campaign to challenge a $1 trillion corporation. Yep. This won't be the end of ALU at ALB1. Thank you, Chris Smalls, for everything that you do, and absolutely thank you to those brave workers.